Rosie. Hi, Rosie. I'm not opening that other door. Come on, let's go talk. Yes, Rohan. Okay, so good morning, everybody from Paradise Ridge. I have made a change. It's our traditional wintertime change where I separate some of the sheep from some of the other sheep in an effort to make sure everybody gets to eat equitably, and I think that's a word, right? Yeah, okay. And there's not as much fussing and fighting over the food. Typically, I wait until it snows and get everybody situated. But a certain little brown weather boy thinks he's a ram, and he did this last year. He takes turns with the girls. And it's kind of funny, really, because he doesn't have the equipment to do much of anything except jump on their backs and look like a dork. But it's annoying. And it's just likely something he's always going to do, unfortunately. So what I have to do is keep an eye on him and see who's taking the brunt of it. So initially it was Ruby. Ruby seems to go into estrus faster than the other girls. I'm assuming it's because she's a Finn sheep and they're kind of notorious for being really good breeders. So he was madly enamored with Ruby for quite a while, like several weeks. And then I assume, I don't really know, I assume she probably wasn't in heat anymore, and so he moved on to Cupcake, which was hilarious, to say the least, because Cupcake is big. She's much taller than you. And I don't know that she was in estrus and went out quickly, or if he just decided it wasn't worth the effort of trying to get up on that big sheep, but he left her alone. And then we had this lovely period of, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks where he wasn't bugging anybody. And I thought, oh, good, it's past. He's not going to bug the old ladies. You know, he's growing up. He's going to start acting like a wether instead of a ram. Yay. Well, yeah, I got excited too fast because he started in on Panda Bear. And you all know Panda Bear is our oldest sheep. She has really bad arthritis in her front legs. And it's not that Radagast would mean to hurt her. I mean, on the contrary, when he decides he's in love with somebody, he follows them around, he smells them. He doesn't even seem to get up on them like a whole bunch. He just wants to be right with them. And he even lays down in the pasture as close as he can get to them without them getting up and moving away. I mean, he really is just like this. It's like he has a sudden passionate crush on them. So it's not that he would mean to hurt her, and if it was any of the other sheep, except maybe Black Velvet, I would not worry about it because they're all strong and they're young. But all it would take is him hitting her, getting up on Panda Bear the wrong way, and I'm afraid it could really hurt her front legs. So this morning, I brought Panda Bear and Black Velvet down here into the yard where Sam is eating right now, and they enjoyed all their num-nums. And then I took hay up to the Prancing Pony, which is what I call the top barn, the big barn up on top. And I got the other 7 up there eating their breakfast. And while they were eating, while everybody was eating, hello, Rosie. Hi, Rosie Cotton. You don't have ribbons in your hair, but you got hay on your noggin. You do. He says, I know, I'm beautiful, Mommy. I'm beautiful. Oh, that face. Yes, I love that face. Love that little face. Okay, sorry. While everybody was eating, I got a pallet moved up here, and God bless baling twine, I got it all latched onto this post and this gate. I can't just close this gate because it sags so much that multiple sheep have just broken right through it. It doesn't take too many pushes before they're through. So when I separate them out, I put a pallet in front of it, nice heavy one, and they can't get through. So after a while, Ruby and Garnet came out too with Rosie to see what was going on, and I was able to get Ruby and Garnet down eating with Panda Bear and Black Velvet. Pardon me. And then I used cookies to lure all 4 of them into Bag End, which is what I call this barn. And there's Black Velvet wondering what's up. And let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and come in here and hopefully not let anybody. No, you can't come out. No, you gotta stay here. You gotta stay in here. You gotta stay with your sister. Okay, so we'll come in here. And I put fresh hay in here, and I know that this is where my fins are. Hello, handsome man. Hi, and there's Ruby back there eating. And there's that feeder there. So now these 4 get to spend the winter together. And even though Ruby can be kind of pushy to Panda Bear, which I don't like at all about the food, they've got 2 feeders. They've got the big one, and then they've got that new one on the wall. So there will be a place for everybody to eat. And I know now that my old ladies are safe from who my son has now dubbed Humpty Dumpty. Not you, your brother, Rosie. Yes. He's an idiot. Yes. So there's those ladies eating. And I don't know where Panda Bear went. Oh, there's a bear. Hey, Panda Bear. I don't like any of this. Granted, I'm glad my boyfriend isn't hassling me anymore, but still, I don't like being locked up. He's such a pretty bear. So once again, I'm going to do all that I can to keep Panda Bear safe, keep everybody warm and happy. Not warm, they keep themselves warm, but you know what I mean. Huh? Pretty girl. Pretty Black Velvet. So we've got 4 in Bag End and 5 in the Prancing Pony. And it does seem appropriate that all of the ones named after Tolkien characters get to spend time up in the Prancing Pony. Of course, the other ones are in Bag End, so yeah, that made no sense, but yeah. It's an exciting morning, huh, Rosie? He says, I want to go where I want to go. So when Radagast came out, oh, it's getting cold. I'm going to have to stop here in a minute. My hands are freezing. When Radagast came out and realized what had happened, you would have thought that I took away the love of his life. I mean, clearly. He stood there in front of the pallet trying to figure out a way in. And then he paced up and down the fence. It was really quite sad. And Sam just came down and ate. Yeah, you're smart, buddy. And says, I don't know what the big fuss is. As long as there's food, I'm happy. Alrighty. It's super cold. I don't remember what the temperature was this morning, but it was not pleasant. But these guys are warm, and they're happy and healthy, except Radagast isn't happy anymore, but I dare say he'll get over it. He will probably start in on his sisters, and again, I'm really not worried about the young ones because they're young, they're strong, and if he does start in on his sisters, they have those horns, and he did this last year, and they just beat the crap out of him, which sounds really mean, and I shouldn't laugh, but it's not like there's any lasting damage. They just don't put up with it. It's, it's like watching siblings fight. It's a hoot. So now his only options are his sisters with horns or Cupcake, who's too tall. So that's good for him. He can get over this nonsense and leave Panda Bear alone. All right. Thanks for listening. I wanted to update all of you on the sleeping arrangements around here, as well as the nonsense. And as always, the view is gorgeous. It's just very cold. So hope you're staying safe and warm where you are. Thanks for listening.